Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Casey if you're new here. It's currently Sunday afternoon, so I thought I'd bring you guys along for a little Sunday reset and what that kind of looks like for me. First on the agenda is that we got to go to the grocery store. I have a list of ingredients that I need to get for lunch prep and breakfast prep, so it should be a quick in and out type of trip, but let's get that done. Just made it home, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick little grocery haul of what I got, because pretty much all I got were for ingredients for the meal prepping like I talked about, and then just some of like odds and ends that we use quite frequently. So almond milk for smoothies. I got some pasta. This is kind of this fun twisty pasta. I'm gonna be making a creamy buffalo mac and cheese for our meal prep. The recipe I found, I'll link the page where I found it on Instagram, but this guy makes a bunch of high protein breakfast, lunch / dinners, whatever. Anyways, the one I'm making today is supposed to have about 500 calories per serving, but with 60 grams of protein in it, which is insane. Some ranch seasoning for that recipe. My favorite Chobani sweet cream creamer. The lunch recipe calls for powdered mac and cheese concentrate thing, but the Safeway I went to did not have that, so I just ended up buying a box of mac and cheese, and I'll just take the packet out of there. Some ground turkey for an egg dish that we're gonna make. Buffalo sauce. Eggs. And then a load of cottage cheese. Something that me and my husband wanted to start doing a lot more in the new year was prepping our lunches just to save us time in the morning while also fueling our bodies a little bit better. So we bought a crock pot. This one's just from Target. I think it was like 60 bucks or something. And I can't remember how many quarts it is, but it's like one of the larger ones. But it's super lightweight. I don't know if you guys are familiar with crock pots, but usually they're super heavy. So I like that this one's lightweight because I do have to like haul it in and out of our pantry, and it's just less of a thing, you know? But it is about 3 o'clock, so I want to start getting cracked on with the lunch prep, just because I think the chicken has to cook for like 3 hours. Well, I came upstairs thinking I was gonna need to do a lot of things up here. However, my lovely husband got home before me, and he like made the bed and put away all the laundry that's already done, and then I just wrinkle releasing some clothes that are in the dryer because I am the queen of leaving clothes in the dryer and not taking them out immediately when they're ready to be folded. So then they're all wrinkly, etc., etc. So anyways, I'm just sitting up here drinking some coffee, thinking about a lot of things, honestly. And I'm feeling like I need to have a heart-to-heart with you guys, but I don't really know what I need to say or have to say, honestly. I feel like after the last 2 weeks of leaving church, I've just felt a lot of feelings and a lot of things. All good things, but honestly, some of them are hard as well. I'm sure there's others out there that can relate to me in terms of, I think when you're walking with Jesus, there's a lot of times when he is refining you and pulling out things that maybe you know about or you don't notice about yourself, and just refining them and creating you to be more like him. And that's difficult. That's hard. It's usually challenging. And I think I'm just wrestling with a lot of things in that way. I have a lot of questions when it comes to the direction of my life. And sometimes it's hard to know what your next steps are going to be. And for me, I tend to be a planner, or maybe I want to be a planner. And when I don't know my next steps, it feels daunting and it feels terrifying, honestly. And I feel like when I get stuck in a place, I just tend to feel frustrated. I feel like there's a lot of surrendering that needs to go on with my life, and surrendering a lot of things to God, and really honestly surrendering everything in my life. We like to be control freaks, and we like to have everything that we have and just hold it in our grip and never let it go. Or maybe we give half of it, or a quarter of it, or 8/9 of it, whatever it is. Letting it all go feels scary. And honestly, like, God's calling me to do some things and surrender some things that I don't want to, because I don't want to walk through those difficult things. I don't want to face the facts. Today was one of those days where everything just kind of had bottled up, and I just kind of exploded. But not in like an angry way, but just kind of like an emotional way. Like, when you're carrying everything emotionally and relying on yourself, I think you just reach a point where you're like, I actually can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I need help. And I promise I'm not talking about anything specific. I'm just talking about a lot of things in general, but all the little things add up to feeling like one giant big thing. So anyways, I don't really know if that was a heart-to-heart, guys. If you made it to the end of that, I love ya, and I'm glad you're still here. We also have some breakfast prep going on. So this is some breakfast turkey sausage, and then got some scrambled eggs, some bell peppers that Alex is just chopping up there. I definitely can't take credit for this recipe. Alex is the one that found it, but it is so good. Along with those things that you put in it, you also, I think you put cottage cheese. I don't know what else he puts in it, to be honest, but it's so good because you just bake it in the oven, and then in the morning when you're ready to eat, you just take whatever you want and then throw it in the microwave and reheat it. And it's so good for a quick and easy breakfast. Look at that delicious little breakfast, pre-made breakfast. As you guys would have just saw in my previous clip, I was looking at something on my computer, and it was funny because I feel like it's a long story and I don't want to like bore anybody, but back in 2020, I actually started an online blog. Basically just a place where I could write down thoughts that God was giving me, and just a place where I could like write stuff that I felt like he was putting on my heart. And then I felt the calling to post that. So anyways, it's been years since I looked at this blog that I started 6 years ago. Anyways, I recently heard the words "remarkably made," and it made me think of that blog, because that was the name of my blog. It's called Remarkably Made. I don't know why I'm saying was, because it still is a thing. It's still online. I just found it, actually. And I only posted like 4 postings, but I just read through them all, and honestly, it was really encouraging. It's really funny to have that and to like read what my past self 6 years ago when I was 21 wrote. And I don't know, it's crazy because I wrote those words back then because my past self needed to hear them. But then rereading them today, I was like, I felt like my present self needed to read that. As a 26-year-old, almost 27, I was just encouraged by my younger self, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but it's true. And yeah, that was so fun. But yeah, it's called Remarkably Made. And if you're curious to read any of the posts, I'll go ahead and link the website down in my description of this video. Anyways, on to the next thing. I want to get a workout in. It's currently like just after 4:30. And I know if I don't get it in now, I'm not going to get it in. So we've got my giant glass of water. I don't think you guys have seen this room. There's really nothing to see. It's just an empty room with a deflated air mattress in it. This is like our guest room as of right now. but my husband's gonna be working out in our actual workout room, and I'm gonna be embarrassing myself doing a dance workout in here. So I'm hiding out in here so he doesn't see me do that. You guys might be like, dance workouts? Yes. I refound the page Mad Fit, and if you guys know her page, you know she has like an abundance of all different types of videos from beginner to advanced and anywhere in between. So I recently was going through all of her stuff and I found that she has some dance workouts on there, and I've been wanting to find some workout options for me that are different and fun and that I actually enjoy doing, because sometimes I don't always want to do weightlifting. So I found hers and I've just been trying them. I've only tried a handful of different videos, and I found one that I really like, and it's actually to like do a Lipa. It's a 30-minute workout and it is a burn and a half for me. It's definitely a cardio workout, which I love because I am not a runner, okay guys? Not a runner. I've tried it. I trained for a 5K last year actually. Did all the training, completed all 8 weeks of it, and then I just didn't run the race. So for me, that was still a win. I'll show you guys the exact one that I've been doing. It's this Dua Lipa one. It's 30 minutes and she's wearing like a brown set in it. That way you guys can find it. I'm gonna do some of this and maybe we'll throw in a little bit of core with that later. Our tripod's going down. There we go. We just hit an everything shower, which felt so good. I'm still red-faced from my workout and the hot shower, but I ended up doing 15 minutes of the dance and then a 15-minute abs, and it felt so good to move my body, so happy about that. Now our timer has 24 minutes left on our crock pot, so I'm going to make the sauce and also get started on the noodles to add that in. This recipe calls for an insane amount of cottage cheese, but luckily I'm a lover of it. Also, someone's outside our house right now just playing like some serious throwback music. I've been really loving lately when recipes measure by weight rather than like cups. Oh, too much.
Smoke it. We have the lettuce.
Tonight's dinner are just some very simple shrimp cocktails is what I was gonna say. Shrimp tacos. Mac and cheese is finally done, so we're gonna taste test it. I'm so excited because this has been smelling so good. It smells buffalo-y and cheesy. Buffalo-y in a good way. Fork for you. Wait, I feel like I need to stir it.
That's good.
Wow. That's got some heat to it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is so good. Well, good morning, guys. It's the next day. I think the last thing you guys saw was me filling our meal prep containers. And then we just chilled on the couch and watched Friends for the rest of the night. But I got such good sleep last night. I think that's the first time in a very long time that I've never actually woken up through the night. It felt like I shut my eyes and then the next day I knew my alarm went off. So don't love that feeling, but love that I slept through the entire night. I'm just getting ready to do my Bible study time in the morning. So I'm gonna end off this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys are interested in checking out my vlog, I'll leave it linked in the description below. But if you made it to the end of this vlog, thank you. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.